Sorry team, just trying to figure out something here. I've messed up something. Jeez, how do I go live with this? Just delete. Hang on a second. Alright, here we go. What is happening? Stream cam. No. This is why you don't do things like right before, what do you call it? You don't actually do things like this just before you're getting started. Okay, let me try this. Nearly there, nearly there. Hi, Nikki. Apply, go live. Come on, man, what is happening? Let's try a different camera. Technical difficulties, team. Almost there, I think. All right, I think we're nearly there, nearly there. Now, just double checking, did any of you guys send me some questions on email? Because I just need to have a quick look if I have any level 2 questions at all, and then we can work through them. Level 2 calc, nothing. Level 2 algebra. What's this one? That's a trig. Level 1, level 1, level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay, cool. I've got no level 2 questions here. What do you guys want to work on? Like, do we want to work on a particular question, or do we want to just do some random exam questions? James, if you were to say, if you got an idea of what the question, I mean, if you can actually send me a question, then that'd be great. Up the Chiefs. That was your level 2 question, wasn't it? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, that was a level 2 calculus question. I'll hold that for Sunday, Oliver. Okay, let's do a let's go do a bunch of log questions, because I know we haven't actually done logs this time around. So let's go to logs. I don't think I actually did any kind of log questions, so we'll do logs. As usual, we'll do a quick crash course of logs, and then we'll get straight into the exam questions. All right. So today we are going to be focusing on logs. All right, let's open it up. Logs. Formula sheet. Firstly, just want to show you guys what formula sheet. I don't know if you guys have had a look through that yet, but let's have a look. Formula sheet. So what happens is, I mean, you end up with this in your exam paper, right? So you guys, everyone will get this particular formula sheet. When it comes to logs, all of your log rules will actually be given to you. Now, I know that there was a lot of controversy over, I think was it last year or the year before that, they were talking about ln. and the ln actually popped up and people started freaking out. So, you know, at the end of the day, it is in the formula sheet. That's just something to keep in mind with. So your log rules, they generally tend to ask questions with like where something like a price is going up, and I don't know, after 10 years, how much is this house worth, and blah, 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 like that. So what I'll do is I'll have a look at a couple of log questions from the last kind of few years, and then we'll try and do those questions, okay? And we'll try to find the appropriate log questions. I don't think there was, I can't remember off the top of my, here we go. Like a nice basic one to start with. Give me 1 second, just working it out. Once we have the log questions, we'll kind of work through this. So the first one's going to be an achieved, and then we'll work through a couple of achieved questions, and then we'll go through merits and so on. All right. Just generating it, folks. Hold on. Hold caller. Write a similar question. Okay, so first question that we're going to be looking at is something like this. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit delayed today. So it's going to be something like solve for x, and we're going to have something like this. Example, x equals to log 381. I'm just going to put a bunch of questions up, like for you guys to try and do. We'll also do something like we'll do 3 to the power of x is equal to 15. And then we'll do something like question number 3, which is going to be 7x plus 2 equals, I don't know, 10. If it's with the theme with logs conquestor, then we shall do that. So we'll start off with these 3 questions, all right? Danny, yes, this will be on YouTube. You can watch it later. Zero, hello, welcome. Nikki, I don't think it... Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was so far away. I don't think it, you know, to be honest, it's like people forget about those grades, man. Like as long as it just gets your confidence up, that's the most important thing. All right, so I think I'll get started with I mean, these are all like little achieved questions, right? To get you guys started. So basically, what we've got is solve for x. Now the first question here, the way we're going to do this is we don't really need to rewrite anything. We can actually just put it straight in the calculator and work it out. Now, some people, if you're doing like algebra from last year, you'd probably remember this. The way we write this question is just 3 to the power of x is equal to 81. So you don't even need to do logs, because you can just go x is equal to 4. If you remember that 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is equal to 81. But sometimes, if you do want to do it in the calculator, menu 1, I think it's an option. Is it option? I've seen it somewhere here before, and I always mess it up. Where is it? Is it num? Okay, I can't find it right now, but there is a little log button here somewhere. Does anybody remember where it is? Because where is it? I'm like looking through this. I know it's in menu, man. It's option and then calc. Okay. Option, calc. Oh yeah, there you go. Option and calc. So it's there. That's the log AB. So you just click on that, and you can just put in 3 and 81, and you're good to go. All right, that's your answer 4. Now, if you do, for some reason, you're like me and I can't actually figure out where that button is, what you can also do is just do this. You can just do log 81 divided by log 3. That's equal to 4 as well. So that's just a quick little way of actually working it out. All right, now, going to question number 2, you've got 3 to the power of x equals to 15. We've got a couple of options again. We can put this straight in the calculator, because you can just go menu, go into equation, go into solver, which is F3, and just put in 3 to the power of x is equal to 15. 15. And if you do that, you're going to get 2.464, blah, blah, blah. But just for you to quickly check it, if you do want to do this with logs, then what we do is we take logs for both sides. It's going to be log 3x equals log 15. Then one of the log rules states that the x can just come to the right to the front, which then becomes x multiplied by log 3 equals log 15. And then we can just say x is equal to log 15 divided by log 3. So our answer was 2.46. So what I'm going to do is menu 1 and what was it? Option. Oh man, where is it? He said option, calc, and then log AB. All right, so there we go. That's going to be 3 and 15. We should get an answer of 2.4 something. There we go. So x is equal to 2.46, I don't know, 5. So same kind of ideas behind number 3 as well. So when you do number 3, we're going to do the same kind of log things again. Dr. Doofus, we're going to do it this, I think Friday. I need to do a post tomorrow. Sorry, my kid is sick and I got a lot of things happening around the house, so I haven't got to it yet. So we take logs of both sides. And once again, what we're going to do is we're going to take the entire power and bring it to the front. So that's going to become x plus 2 multiplied by log 7 equals log 10. So then we can say x plus 2 equals log 10 divided by log 7. And then x is equal to log 10 divided by log 7 minus 2. So I'm going to do this. Let's go brackets. Let's go fraction actually. So I'm going to put that as log 10 divided by log 7. And that's minus 2. So I should get x is equal to negative 0.18. No, Gagan, look, I mean, I try and show both so that people can actually have both methods there. Now, some people always ask me this question. It's like, hey, can we actually use ln instead of log? Now, I want to show you this, right? Like if you do ln of 10, so I'm going to do the same thing. And if I do ln of 10 over ln of 7 minus 2, I am actually going to end up, oh, sorry, that was a bit too quick, but minus 2, there we go. So as you can see, even if I do log or ln, I'm still going to end up with the same answer there. So there's just something to keep in mind, all right? Like, so people always go, well, why does it change? Because log has got a different base. Log has a base 10. And, oh, what happened here? Such a low visual quality or static imagery. Okay, that's interesting. Hang on, give me 1 second. Yeah, so basically what happens is it doesn't matter if you go like if you either go with ln or log, as long as you go with one or the other. All right, so what else do we have here? Next lot of questions that we're going to be doing is just having a look at what are the next. Let me put a couple of fractions in there as well. All right, so we're going to do question number 4. So question number 4, we're going to have something like this. And again, I'm just gonna leave you guys there for a second to try and do this question, and we'll go from there. Maurice, generally with risky, but definitely doable. Just looking for a few more questions, that's all. Oh, this is a good question. Make X the subject. Yeah, nice. I've got one more question for you folks, which should be quite a nice one to work with. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. 81. There you go. No, I just copied it wrong. All right. So looking at question number 4 here. Now, when you actually end up with something like this, right? What you can do is, I always love putting them as you're welcome, Zendor. I always love putting this in fractions, because when you put it in fractions, things just become so much more quicker and faster. So what do I mean by that? Now, remember, when you have something like this, the cube root of x to the power of 7 or something like that, we write this as x to the power of 7 over 3 equals to 10. So with that in mind, all you really have to do at this point is just get rid of the 7 over 3. And the way we get rid of the 7 over 3 is we bring the power to the opposite side and we flip it. So it ends up looking like this. X is equal to 10 to the power of 3 over 7. Now you might be asking, hang on a minute, how did you get that so quickly? So the idea is that you want to have x to the power of 1 on the left-hand side. So what we're going to do is, because we have something like this, x to the power of 7 over 3 equals to 10, we're going to multiply by 3 over 7, which means we've also got to do the same thing on the other side as well. Now, when we look at these two powers right here, when you multiply 7 over 3 times 3 over 7, you are going to end up with x to the power of 1. So that's just a really quick little strategy. It's not a... Yeah, see, now you don't need to do anything. You don't have to do anything like that salted fish. You can just flip it over straight away. So this just becomes 10 to the power of 3 over 7. So we're just going to go 10 to the power of 3 over 7. Yeesh. And we're done. So we're going to get x is equal to, sorry, wrong pen. So we're going to get x is equal to 2.682 something. Now you don't need to complicate things with like doing cube root and then going the 7th root. That's just like too much work. Just convert it to a fraction and then flip it over. You're good to go. Another quick question, or should we just keep moving on? Happy to help, Emma. Happy to help. All right, keep moving on. Okay, I'm gonna throw in the deep end. No, let's not throw in the deep end yet. What's happening here? Something's up with my thing. It's like, all right, that's fine. Let's go question number 5. Question 5, we're gonna do a little bit of rearranging. So let me grab the questions. Make x the subject. Now, is this a merit or an excellence question? This looks like a merit question. Okay, let's do a quick rearranging one. But we're going to do rearrange with logs as well. All right, so we've got y is equal to 3 to the power of x minus 2. And I'm going to ask you to do, actually, let's go divided by 3. Yeah. Rearrange x in terms of y. So what I'd like you to do is rearrange so that x is by itself and y is on the other side. Not Lulu, this is, unfortunately, I can't give you careers advice, but if you jump on YouTube and ask the chat there, I think there's about quite a few people there that might be able to help you with that question. Let me ask them anyway. If you're going to do med, is it better to do calculus or stats? That's a question on TikTok. YouTube, what do you think? Doctor, yeah, send it to me. If you do send it to me, just give me a reminder, because like I've got like 25 windows open here and I don't know where my email is. Okay, so we've got, not Lulu, we've got 2 people saying calculus so far. 3, calc. Ooh, Doctor, like one of the advices that Otago needs calc for med, pretty sure. See, this is why you gotta ask the source, man. Don't ask me. Rainbow Girl, is it to do with algebra? That's the question. Algebra 2. Yep, that's James. I got your question. Just let me see if we can try and work it through. What are the odds? I think both people have sent almost similar questions. New Plymouth. Okay, so yeah, James and Rainbow Girl, both of you sent me the exact same question, so we will definitely do that one, all right, after this one. I've got one more log hard question, and then we can actually do this question that you've sent me. Not Lulu, it's on YouTube. Like I'm running the same stream on YouTube, and I've got like, there's about 57 people there, so you can always ask them. You can send algebra questions to my email. My email address is in the description of the video on YouTube. So yeah, feel free to send it. I guess that's everyone's mark. All right, let's have a look at this question, rearranging, right? So if you're doing aviation, definitely calculus, buddy. I think I'm pretty 100% sure on that if you're doing aviation. All right, so we're going to do cross multiplication first. So we've got 3 times y. So that's going to become 3y is equal to 3x minus 2. Then I'm going to take the minus 2 to the other side, which will become plus 2. So this is all equal to 3x. Now, we want to have x by itself. And because we want to have x by itself, what we're going to do is we're going to take logs of both sides. So this is going to become log of 3y plus 2 equals log of 3 to the power of x. So you're on it, James, and I think you got one more step, and then you're nearly there. Maurice, yes, all the streams will be saved on YouTube, so yeah. So what happens is, in the next step, we're going to bring x to the front there, so it's going to get multiplied. So we're going to end up with log 3y plus 2 equals x multiplied by log 3. So now we can actually write x by itself, because log 3y plus 2 divided by log 3. This would be this is like just a merit question. So you're just literally rearranging for x, Lena, because it's asking you for rearranging. So what I'll do is I will put up a couple of line numbers and let me know if you have any problems or any questions with things, and then we can actually go from there. Max, yes, this is level 2. Folks, if there's any problems with any particular line, just let me know and we can go through it again. Otherwise, we'll probably move on to another log question. Rainbow and James, I've not forgotten about your question. We'll probably aim for around 850 to do that question, yeah? Alex, I would say you probably would need to show at least line 4, I would say, definitely. But most of these kind of rearranging questions, it's a good habit to show the working, because if you do make a mistake and you just give them a straight answer, what happens is that if you got the wrong one, then you're not going to get any grade. Log a 3y plus 2. Devin, I need to know the rest of the question. Sorry, rest of your answer there. Is this right? Log 3. Yeah, you could do that as well, Devin. So, okay, that's a good point. That great point there. Remember the previous one that we did when we had 3x? Because Tevin's basically done this and there's nothing wrong with it. I'll show you guys why. Remember how we had 3x is equal to 81? And then we wrote x is equal to log base 3, 81. And if you remember in the calculator, I told you guys that this was the same thing as saying log 81 divided by log 3. So what he has done is he's got 3 to the power of x equals 3y plus 2. So then x is equal to log 3, 3y plus 2. And of course, this is the same thing as saying log of 3y plus 2 divided by log 3. So, Devin, you're absolutely right there. There's nothing wrong with that answer. Now, you don't need to use the graphics calculator for this question at all. You can just rearrange it as it is. Oh, no, that's fine, Alex. You can do that. You can jump from 3x to x log 3. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. All right, now one other question that I want to pull up for these log questions, which generally tend to be an excellence one, but I'm just looking through last year's paper to see if there was anything similar. Okay, I want to give you a question from last year, a similar question from last year, because I think it was a lot of people got stumped by it. So I'm going to give you a question very similar. It's a merit question, but it just means that you get an idea of how to answer it. Oscar, you're like the second or third person that have talked about this. My notes, my entire notes that I'm doing here, it's called Infinity Plus One Note. So original. It's actually available on it's actually available on YouTube as well. So you can always just come in any of the channels, any of the videos, and you can actually find it there. This is so weird. Huh, that's strange. All right, so similar question we're looking at. Similar question. Let's try this one here. Sorry, just clarifying. This is equals to. When we get time, Max, I kind of mix up the questions. So, why is that doing? That's so odd. Ah, I see. You little miserable. There we go, that's better. That's why they're static. Is x and y the exponents in this question? Sorry, Samal. Give me a second, Samal. I'm doing multiple things here. I will let you guys do this question. I'm going to give you 2 minutes while I find my notes for Samal. Where did I put it? Where? Videos. Now, Samal, I can't actually share links on TikTok. So if you do go on my YouTube channel, pull up any of the exam videos from, I don't know, even if you pull like the level 2 2024 exam video, in the description, you will find a link to my OneNote. So let me just show you quickly if I can show you. NCEA level 2, there you go. So this is actually the 2024 exam video. And I know it's a bit out of focus, but there's a link there that opens up all of my notes. Like you'll see the notes that I'm working on right now live there. Max, that comes from practice, man. You just got to keep practicing. That's all. You got x equals to log 2y. All right, let's... It's all right. You're welcome. Oh, the resource sheet. Okay, look, I'll give you the formula. I think it's like if you have... I always go to that, I never remember the formula, man, because it's like I just do this. Log 381 equals to x, then 3 to the power of x is equal to 81. So I think the formula would look something like log base answer is equal to p. I do this one because if I have base to the power equals the answer. But I think they have a different formula in the formula sheet. You got y equals 16x. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. We've got a couple of different answers. And ChatGPT has got a different answer. Well, this is going to be fun to do. Okay, let's try and do this, all right? So, what do we have? All right, so we've got 4x. So if I was to write this, I would write this as 4 to the power of 3 equals to x. I think I actually wrote this question wrong, guys, because I don't think this question actually works out, does it? Let me just check. Oh, maybe it does work. Hang on. What did you guys get? Y equals to 16x. Okay. The next thing is 4 to the power of 5 equals to y. Let me know if you guys are all okay with that so far, what I've done. Well, that's how we start the question. Doc, who is it? Bhavita. I think I just started the question by doing that. Now, the question's actually saying, write y in terms of x. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Anderson. Oscar, there you go. You got that? Sweet. Now, they're asking you to do this. They're asking you to write y in terms of x. So we're going to write this as y is equal to 4 to the power of 5. But we can also write this as y is equal to 4 to the power of... No, sorry. You guys were right. That was my bad. You can write this as 4 squared times 4 cubed. And because x is equal to 4 cubed, we've got 4 squared times x. And then y is equal to 16x. Now, you were right. Sorry. ChatGPT gave me the wrong answer. I blame it on it. Static y. That is so weird. Okay. No, Saif, I don't remember. Sorry, Saif. Why is it confusing, Oliver? Nah, I think this would still be at a merit level question because there's a little bit of trickery around this. Joseph, you can access it from YouTube, mate. Nah, definitely. I think it's a merit question. Just give me 1 minute, folks. I just need to restart my TikTok live because it's playing up at the moment. 8:32 p.m. That's so weird. It's like, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this and I'm going to come back very shortly. TikTok, I'm going to come back in a second. Give me a second. Just something's up. All right, let's try that again. That's just gone a bit weird. All right, we're okay with this question, right? I think that's fine. We can move on. Move on. Another one like this. Okay, fine. I'll ask ChatGPT to make another one. Let's see what it does. Because I think the last one, it actually said y is equal to x to the power of 5 over 3. Why did it say 5 over 3? Ooh, this is a nice one. Yeah, this is a nice one. All right, let's try this one here. So you got log 2x is equal to 3. Log 8y is equal to 2. Y in terms of x. Let's try that one. Just want to go back and check the previous number. Because the previous one, it said y is equal to 5 over 3. Why did it go 5 over 3? Huh. X equals to 5 over 3 is the same as 16 times x in this case. Interesting. Did anybody get x to the power of 5 over 3 in the previous one? The two purple books are your D&D books. Those are good ones to practice with. Preppy, I did that was because I wanted to change in the previous question. I changed 4 to the power of 5 as 4 squared times 4 cubed because I knew that 4 cubed is equal to x. So I can replace that and then eventually write y in terms of x. Oh, this is interesting. We got 3 different answers for this question. We got y equals x squared, y equals 4x, and we've got y equals 8x. Let's try out which one it's going to be. All right, so looking at this question, I've got 2 to the power of x is equal to, no, not 2 to the power of x. 2 to the power of 3 is equal to x. And on this side, I've got 8 to the power of 2 equals y. Now, here's the thing, right? Like, x is equal to 2 to the power of 3. So x is actually equal to 8. So if x equals to 8, we can straight away say that y is equal to x squared. But interestingly enough, I don't know if you can get 4x. You can get x squared, but you can also get 8x. But the reason you get 8x is because you can say that y is equal to 8 times 8. And because, you know, it's just an odd question. Like one of the 8, you could write it as 8 times x, or you could write it as x times x, which equals to x squared. So either way, you're going to get that. Yeah, so you could write 8 as 2 to the power of 3 and rearrange it that way as well. Rachel, try and catch up this tutorial on YouTube from the beginning and it should start making sense. Nah, these ones, I reckon these ones are merit questions, Saf. I don't think these would be like excellent. Not at this. Yeah, you could have actually have both the answers there. All right. So I think I'm just keeping an eye on the clock at the moment. Apparently this question was bugging a few of you guys, so I am gonna try and jeez, it just looks now this is not a log question. This is actually a parabola question. Cannot giving the answer on either. No, I don't think so, Dr. Doofus. I think it's just this is one of those ChatGPT questions, so it's kind of messing up where it's possible to have two answers. They're not two answers, Alex. They're the same answers, just written in different ways. That's all. I'm trying to think how many pink shirts did I send that year, Char? I think was it 3? I'm glad you did, because I think I've only met like 3 people that's got the pink t-shirts, the pink Infinity Plus 1 t-shirts. Callum, I wanted to do an E1, but then these guys actually sent me this parabola question. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing I can find an E question for logs because we're just kind of going with a nice theme here, and I don't want to mess up the theme. I'm looking for a log question. Ooh. This was 2023. Oh, that's a bit mean. Doofus, have you got a excellence question that's logs? I've got one, but I think it's predictable excellence question. It's a predictable E log question. Let me just keep looking. I'm going to try and find one. Come on, man. Log A merit. Got an excellence. Ooh, this is a... Yeah, nah, that is probably not the one I'd be giving you right now. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through some of the older questions to try and find a log. No, I don't have. That one's not good as well. If you do, send it because I am just going through the old exam papers. The old exam papers, the log questions were quite horrible, is the right word to choose. Yeah, no. I'll look in the email, eh? Let me see what you folks send me. James and Yonita, will save your question for the next parabola session, because just want to finish the stream with logs. Jay, all of the live videos get posted on YouTube, so you can always go and catch up there. Haven't got an email yet, people. Have you sent it yet? Yeah, the tunnel truck one. Yeah, James, I was thinking of maybe not doing it tonight because of the logs. But if I don't get another question in like a minute, then we can do the tunnel question. Actually, you know what? Let's just do the tunnel question. We'll save the other one for later. Why is this doing that? Okay, I need to figure this out later. No. Okay, tunnel question. Tunnel question. Okay. Tunnel question. Let's have a look. We've got one tunnel that's got vertical sides, blah, 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 form a parabolic shape, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. Maximum height is given there. That's fine. That's the whole thing is 3.42. Width is 4.4. Road lies in the center. 3.6 with a 0.4 on tunnel on each. Yep. Okay. Looks good so far. So the road is 0.4 away, right? So that means 3.6 meters. So 3.6 meters from here to here. 1.8, because that's 3.6 meters wide. There are concerns that trucks are starting to use the road. An average furniture truck is 1.8 meters wide and 2 meters in height. Geez, that's a pretty tight truck. They've got to drive exactly at 1.8 meters. Okay, so all this question is asking you is, we got a truck like this. I mean, we're going to draw a truck, like a little box like that. All right, so that truck, we just want to know if that height is going to be 2 meters in height or not. So we need to come up with an equation for this parabola. So to come up with the equation of the parabola, we can actually use vertex form if you want, because this point right here is going to be 0 and 3.42. Then we have got this point here, which happens to be 4.4 and 1. And on the other side, you've got not 4.4, 2.2, sorry. Just realized that. So that's going to be 2.2. And then on this side, we've got negative 2.2 and 1. Now, you've got three points, so you can straight away come up with the equation of this particular parabola. You could use the calculator for this if you want to, but for this particular purpose, I'm not going to use the calculator. I'm going to do the long method. So I'm going to use the vertex method. So for the vertex method, I am going to have y is equal to x minus h squared plus v. So the h is that part right there, and the v is that part right there. So the formula, oh sorry, I forgot the a value. So it's going to be a times x minus 0 squared plus 3.42. So the formula is going to be ax squared plus 3.42. Yeah, thank you, Finn, for answering Alex's question. It's just looking at the how the points have been spread out, Alex, because I kind of put this as the y-axis and then this one here as the x-axis. Maybe that might help. So there is the y-axis and then there's the x-axis. So then the next part is I need to figure out what the a value is. I'm going to use 2.2 and 1 as my points. I'm going to get 1 is equal to a 2.2 squared plus 3.42. So 1 is equal to a times, oh no, I'm going to rearrange this. So I've got 1 minus 3.42 equals a times 2.2 squared. So a is equal to negative 2.42 divided by 2.2 squared. So a is equal to, let me just work that out in the calculator. So I've got negative 2.42. Negative 2.42 divided by 2.2 squared. So that's going to give me a value of negative 0.5. All right, so once that's done, you've actually got the equation. So your equation of the parabola is y is equal to negative 0.5 x squared plus 3.42. So we now need to substitute x is equal to 1.8, because when x equals to 1.8, that is this part right here. So that's what we're doing for x equals to 1.8. And we're going to figure out what the y value is, because we're going to figure out what is this point here going to be. So we got y is equal to negative 0.5, 1.8 squared plus 3.42. So we got negative 0.5 multiplied by 1.8 squared plus 3.42, and that's going to give us it's going to give us 1.8. Now, because it's giving us 1.8, this height here, this height is actually 1.8, and because the truck is 2 meters in height, truck will not make it. Will not make it without leaving its lane. So we can just say that. That's pretty much it for this question. All right, so what I'm going to do is usual. I will put up a whole bunch of lines. Let me know which line you're having issues with, and then we can actually go through it. Jimmy, you're talking about line 1. Guys, line 1, I use the vertex formula. Remember, if you forget the vertex formula, you can go into your calculator, go into conics, like that part there. And if you go there, see the third one? That's the vertex formula for a parabola. If you've forgotten vertex formula for parabola, you guys need to go back and quickly revise that. Now, if you don't want to use the vertex form for this parabola, you want to use the graphics calculator, you can always do this. Go into stat mode and punch in those 3 coordinates. So you got negative 2.2, you got 0 and 2.2. Then you've got positive 1, 3.42, positive 1. So now you should be able to calculate graph 1, calc, and then this is x squared. So there's your, if you don't want to do all of these steps here, these 8 steps, you can use the graphics calculator and end up with y is equal to negative 0.5 x squared plus 0x plus 3.42. So the graphics calculator does all the way from step 1 to 8 for you. Minty, you don't need to, but thank you so much. Y is h h is equal to 0, Rise the Gamer, is because that's the coordinate. Because remember, this point right here, I'm talking about this point. This point is when x is equal to 0 and when y is equal to 3.42. The reason I use 1.8 is because 1.8 is here. The truck is going to fit like this. So if I want the truck to be on this side of the lane, then I have to use, because I'm assuming that it's got the road lies in the center. I'm just double checking. .9. Now, am I making an assumption here that the tunnel has got 2 lanes? Am I making an assumption here? Y equals k minus or... Yeah, that could work, Oliver, but I'm trying to think. That could definitely work. Yeah, true. In the image, it does have 2 lanes. I guess we can kind of assume that this has got 2 lanes because it doesn't tell me anywhere that it's got 2 lanes, does it? I'm just... Road lies in the center, 0.4 spread. That's all it says. Yeah, I think we have to assume that it's got 2 lanes. No, but I think that's pretty much it. I mean, like, okay, let's just imagine if the truck was 1.8 and let's say we actually put it like this, then we're going to need to put 0.9 as the value. So if we put 0.9 as the value, I think it'll be fine, but let me just check. Negative 0.5 times 0.9 times 0.9 plus 3.42. Yeah, I mean, if the truck goes in the middle, then I think it will definitely clear the tunnel. I guess we're going to assume that it has got 2 lanes. Yeah, James, I think we have to assume that it's got 2 lanes. Sure. To do this on the graphics calculator, you need 3 points. So we've actually got three points because our 3 points are negative 2.21. We've got 0 and 3.42, positive 2.2, and 1. So for the graphics calculator, you need to have three of these points for quadratic equation. Then what we're going to do is go into the stat mode, and we just put in those numbers. So negative 2.21, blah, 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 do all of that. Then click on graph, which is F1. Then click on graph 1 again. Click on calc. And then it's under x squared, which is the parabola. And then that should give you your points there, Yonita. Kara, yeah, this is the last question for the night. Alexander, when you have a vertex form, so let's say you've got a parabola that looks like this, or looks like this, that point right there is what I write as h and v. Now, in your school, you might have had a completely different formula with different letters. You might have different letters. Like I use h and v because I look at it as horizontal and vertical movement. That's all. So whatever that point where the turning point happens, that's what the h and v stands for. No, we did that one. Harrison, I'm just trying to figure out where you sent it. Which email did you send it to? Not the old Matt's one, is it? Oh yeah, I see where you sent it. Yeah, we got all of that. Yeah, I think we've justified it, Harrison. So I think we're okay now. All right, team. Look, that's pretty much us for tonight. That was an excellent question there. But yeah, good effort today. Don't forget, on Friday we are most likely going to be doing the Halloween t-shirt giveaway. I need all the details done by the weekend so I can make it and send it to you by the weekend so that you can actually get your t-shirt before Halloween. Doing a glow in the dark t-shirt. Never done glow in the dark t-shirt, so it should be fun just to see what it looks like. Where? I will post the... Where is that form? Wherever that is. Where is that form? Come on. Give me a second. I found it. All right. So the form's going to be on... yeah, it's open to anyone and everyone. There you go. But I have to be honest. Pin message. I'm going to pin the message there. I am doing like 2 draws because one was... There was 30 people that registered for the original date, and I was extremely sick and I couldn't do it. And so I'm going to do just for those 30 first, and then after that it's open for everybody. Yeah, I know it's crazy to give 10, but why not? It's Halloween, have fun. Oliver, yeah, I'll do it. We can do that on Sunday, mate. Like, so we'll do keep the theme. So we'll finish algebra today, and then on Sunday we'll do calculus. Doofus, yeah, don't. I think those 30 people have like a very good chance of winning 5 t-shirts. So that's like 1 in 6. I think that's the highest probability that I'm ever gonna give out for a t-shirt. So you 30 are very lucky. Yeah, Lena, we'll do it on Friday. I'll set another reminder tomorrow. But Emma, there was a person called Emma who actually said, "Can you please get?" She said that if she's gonna win it, she's gonna get the pink glow in the dark one. I actually want to go and grab it, but I don't think you guys can. The light is very weird, so it's in the garage. So I don't think I can go get it. I can tell you who's in the... I can tell you if you're in the 30 or not, Carter. Give me a second. I've got the list here. It's funny. It's still only 41 respondents. Let's crack up. Okay, wait. Let me just refresh. No, it's gone to 46. Carter, when did you enter? I've actually got no one that's entered that list yet today. Oh, Nikki's entered it now. I can see Nikki. Nikki, I'm not driving up though to give you that t-shirt. If you win it, I'm gonna have to post it. 179 Ks was a pretty long drive for me. Up the Chiefs. Yeah, you're in the top 11, my friend. Carter. Yeah, it was after the original timeline, Carter. You're number 38. So you're in that second group. But look, there's only... How many people have I got in it so far? Only 47. You know what I should do? Like, I've been thinking about this. I think the way I should do this is like, for those people that the first 30 that register, they get a special one, and the next 30 get a second entry or something like that, just to increase the odds. Doctor, what was 9? 9, Doctor. Doctor is 9. I think every year there's controversy with one of these exams, 100%. Obaidullah, I've got a video to make tonight and I was going to drop it tomorrow morning, but my kid has been so sick and yeah, it's just I want to go and protest tomorrow, but I won't be able to because I gotta look after the kid. Nah, doctor, because it's like too much work. Like I did it once in my original giveaways. I got kids to choose colors, and it got so hard, like to try and find the colors and the sizes. So that's why I went, okay, I'm gonna redo these ones, and so I went back to just black, and just changing each of those little colors. I actually had McDonald's. I cannot believe I had McDonald's after like such a long time. Lena, up to you. It depends on what you feel comfortable in. Because I always say, like, look, do the questions that you feel really confident in first, and then after that, go back and look at the questions that have been giving you a little bit of trouble. Oh, welcome, Flint. Yeah, the creator is right there as well, so you don't panic. Because sometimes you try and do the hardest paper first, and then when you don't get a couple of questions, you start kind of stressing out, and then when you start stressing out, your brain starts creating cortisol, and it's not actually helping you with the exam. So good question, Maya. I think for calculus, if you're solving quadratics, calculus, you can easily use the graphics calculator. But I would almost say, you know, it's as like, how do I say this? They've changed a lot of questions where they don't depend on the graphics calculator as much, but there are some skills that are quite handy to use. Like, for example, you know, if you're solving a quadratic, I wouldn't be sitting there factorizing it and showing all those steps. I would just put that in the calculator and kind of get the answers and move on. Who's in the 30? Whoa, I don't know how to say your name. Will there be more level 2 live tutorials? So what I'll be doing is I'll be switching up. I think next week is not your exams, but the week after that, right? I'm just trying to think. So next week, yeah, I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit for next week, just so that we push through probably a bit more level 2s, and then following that, I'm gonna push level 3s, and then level 1s finally, because I think level 1s are on the 13th. So we could easily do like, because yours will be on the 4th, we'll probably do 3rd, 2nd. Yeah, so definitely do those last few days. So yeah, Mandy, we're finished for the session. Sorry, just yapping away. I know, salted fish. I was so annoyed when I saw the timetable, because the thing is, the most frustrating thing about and this last 2 years has been really bad, because I find that when the level 2 exams are towards, like the maths exam particularly, when it's more towards like week 2 or week 3, I can actually run revision for much longer, which means that YouTube generally, you know, you're getting more views and you can actually get a little bit more money from it. But when they do it like week 1, first opening day, I'm like, oh man, this year I'm going to take a hit on YouTube. Santi, other than past papers, I've got a whole bunch of tutorials. I mean, I think my tutorials is close to like 30-40 hours worth of tutorials. I mean, some of the questions will be easy, but like some of the questions, like I've put some really good mixture of excellence questions in there as well. So the problem is you just got to go through them and kind of find them. That's the only unfortunate thing. Nah, Mandy, I think you'll be all right. Like, I mean, where, like, are you? Let me ask you this: is like, go if you're not confident with algebra, got the 15-hour playlist. If you're not confident with calculus or probability, you got the 10-hour playlist. Do those, and then do the exam papers, and I think you'll be fine. Minty, can you stop donating, please? If you stop donating it, I'd maybe think about it. Nah, Joanne, I think we kind of agreed that it was too late because of the picture. Yep. All right, team. Looks like I am done for the night. I am gonna take off. Have a good one. Yes, I would love to go to the strike, but it yeah, kid is not well, and he's probably got another 4 or 5 days at home with me. So no worries, Glenn. No worries. You're welcome. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for level 3. I know you guys won't be here, but yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. No, I'm doing level 3 tomorrow. I think I'm doing level 3 differentiation tomorrow. So, but you guys, I'll see you on Sunday when we do the calculus one. I think some of you guys sent me some calculus questions. We'll go through that. Now, of course, I'll probably see you on Friday because got the t-shirt giveaway to do that as well. Take care, team. Rest up, and we'll see you on Friday. Okay. YouTube, as always, thank you for watching.